Well, good afternoon, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office on a Sunday afternoon. I did want to give you a briefing on what is going to be happening this week, kind of an overview, so you can go ahead and plan the week here on this Sunday. Right now, from the home weather office on this Sunday afternoon, beautiful day. Sunshine, a little breeze, and temperatures right around average in the mid to upper 60s. Very comfortable day, especially if you're out in the bright sunshine. But there are going to be changes this week. We are expecting some rain and snow. Snow could be the most significant thing here through the middle part of the week, as well as maybe another chance next weekend. So that's why I want to help you plan the week. There's also some confusion in the last couple of days that I've just been hearing in chatter like, oh, it's supposed to rain Monday, Tuesday. I'm not really sure where that started. Even last week, all the models were backing off chances of rain Monday and Tuesday. So if you were thinking that it was going to rain Monday and Tuesday, that's certainly not going to happen, at least not in Northern California. And here's why. As you can see on this Sunday afternoon, man, what a pretty shot we have here. We have clear skies throughout California, the snow in the Sierra. But out here, there's a nice little weather system out in here circulating around, so we are going to see a bit more cloud cover tomorrow, but the main part of this weather system is heading to the south. So let's go to the NAM. So this is going to be the 18Z NAM, so the one that comes out at, it's initialized, I should say, at 11 o'clock in the morning. Now that we've had the time change, everything shifts by an hour. Z time doesn't change, we just change time. So anyway, these are the models that were initialized at 11 a.m. And this will get us all the way through the day on Wednesday. So this is Monday. This is Monday afternoon at 5 p.m. We still have dry conditions throughout Northern California. Here's that low spinning around to the south. And as we head into the day on Tuesday, this is Tuesday around 8 a.m. A little bit of rain heading into Southern California. It looks as though this thing weakens quite a bit. So Tuesday is a dry day throughout Northern California. A little bit of rain in Southern California. So for those of you from Santa Barbara, LA through San Diego, we will see a little bit of rain, maybe a little bit of snow along 395, but it would be on the lighter side. I don't think it's really going to slow you down if you're traveling past Bishop. Now let's get into when we are going to see some rain. This is, technically it's Tuesday night. This is actually 2 o'clock in the morning, Wednesday morning. So there's a chance there could be some rain before midnight. So if you wanted to say it's going to rain Tuesday, well, most people will be in bed. But anyway, let's get into the daylight hours of Wednesday because that's when we're going to see some nice rain. This is 8 o'clock Wednesday. We do have rain in the valley, starting to get a little bit of a gradient, so it'll be somewhat windy. Snow level perhaps starting around 5,000, but that will be dropping as we head through the day. And as this low comes our way, the wind will start to pick up as well. I'll talk about more about those, all of those here in just a second here. And the snow level probably dropping down to 4,000 feet. This is early afternoon on Wednesday. And then into the afternoon, the rain in the valley breaks up, but the snow level then could be below 4,000 feet as we head into the early evening hours on Wednesday night and into Thursday. And it does look as though we'll continue to see showers into the day on Thursday. Now, this is as far out as the model goes. I'll show you the GFS here in just a second. But first, let's look at total precipitation from this one. So by the time we get into Wednesday night, the valley here only gets about a half an inch of rain. So this looks as though it's going to be a much better orographic event. So the west slope will do much, much better. Once again, getting inch and a half, maybe 2.5 inches of rain. And again, this is just through Wednesday night. We'll see more into the day on Thursday. But it is snow that is going to be one of the better aspects of this. And for that, I'm going to do the deep dive into the extracted data. Now, this is from Auburn. And what I really want to pay attention to is the last part of this. And so this stretch right here, that's 72 through 84 hours. So that's Wednesday morning through Wednesday afternoon. So let's just pay attention to this 12-hour period right here. And again, this is for Auburn. The winds, sustained winds up around 15, but it'll be gustier than that. Precipitable water, not great at around a half an inch. But what I'm paying more attention to here, however, is the freezing level 42, 42, 4,000, which means that by the time the sun goes down, we could see snow down around 3,500 feet, if not lower. And if you look at this line here, in that previous 6 hours, Auburn gets 14 100ths, then 35, and then 64. So as the colder air comes in, we start seeing some really good snow, which means above 5,000 feet, we could see a couple of feet of snow, and the ski resorts may be closer to 3 feet of snow. Down at the lower elevations at 3,500 feet, where you're going to likely see rain to start with, and then you have the change over, it would be less than that, but perhaps as much as maybe 6 to 8 inches of snow, a detail that we'll have to sort out over the next couple of days. All right, so let's go to the precipitable water out here, because this will get you through the rest of the week. Now, we've been looking at this, and here's the system that goes by on Monday. Some nice precipitable water, but we don't get that much rain in Southern California. And it's this next line on Wednesday that provides good dynamics. So that's the difference here. This one doesn't have great moisture, the one for Wednesday. It doesn't have great moisture, but it does have great dynamics. And so that means we'll have the cold air in place, and even with relatively limited moisture, we're going to do really well on the west slope with the rain that I showed you and the snow in the Sierra. But for the valley, not enough rain to cause any issues. And as we head into the day on Thursday, the air dries out a little bit. So Thursday be more showery, maybe thunderstormy. Then as we head into the weekend, another little surge of moisture comes our way here. This is Saturday night, Sunday, and I'll show you that on the GFS in just a minute, but it too looks relatively modest. But all of these combined should keep the party going for a nice little active period here in the month of March. Don't call it a miracle. March is usually a pretty wet month, and this is just kind of keeping us up with average. So this is the way the GFS shows Wednesday. Again, a nice little gradient here. I don't think the winds are going to be too powerful, at least considering what we're looking at here. But we will see winds that'll probably be gusting over 30, at least, I would think. And nice snow on the west slope. This is Thursday. You can see it turns a bit more showery. And you don't quite get the resolution here on the GFS to get the distinction whether or not these are convective showers. But still, Thursday is going to be a showery day. Friday right now looks okay. But then on Saturday night into Sunday, another system goes by with modest amounts of rain. And then into next week, we also get a little bit of activity. Now, in terms of total precipitation, let's look at the way the GFS shows this. So this is all the way through the following Monday, showing only 1.25 inches of rain in the valley. I say only, but that's considering rain on Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday night, and Sunday. So with that kind of rain over a couple of systems, I don't anticipate we'd see any sort of issues from rain on the valley floor. But where we really need the water, of course, on the west slope, and where you really need the snow, we're going to get it. And yeah, I kind of look at the winter total precipitation, total snow accumulation with a grain of salt here on the GFS. But again, this is going all the way through, and this shows something like, anywhere between 4 feet and 7 feet of snow. But again, kind of look at that with a grain of salt. If we come back here to just the one on Wednesday, let me back this up a little bit more. This shows totals then in the 3-foot range. And again, that's the highest elevations down here on the west slope, down around 3,500 feet. It would be inches around 4,000 feet. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we see 8 to 12 at 4,000 feet or 4,500 feet. But for those of you in Arnold, Pollock Pines, other elevations there around 4,000 feet, it's Sunday. We'll see. We'll see just how much snow we get, but it should be the best snow we've seen at 4,000 so far this year, and maybe even good snow down to 3,500, because this one is going to have better cold air and, as I mentioned, better dynamics, but not a ton of moisture here. But still, this is going to have a big impact on travel in the Sierra. Wednesday and Thursday, travel in the Sierra should be a little bit better on Friday. But Monday, Tuesday, dry. So again, if your app or wherever that rumor started with, it was going to rain Monday, Tuesday, you can disregard that. Monday and Tuesday are dry days and still good days to work outside. Friday, you might also be able to get some work done outside as well as travel in the mountains. But right now, Wednesday, Thursday, cool and stormy, just the way we like it in the month of March. So that's everything I've got for you on this Sunday afternoon. Again, just trying to give you the overview on what to expect for the week. I'll have another update first thing on Monday morning. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll talk with you later.